regular Schaumburg Village Board meeting to order for Tuesday, April 14, 2026. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee LaRosa.
Present.
Trustee Bishki.
Present.
Trustee Madej.
Present.
Trustee Sullivan.
Present.
Trustee Clare.
Present.
Trustee Patel.
Present.
President Daly.
Present. All present accounted for. I'd like to ask Trustee Madej to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Audience, please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Madej. Next item is the approval of minutes for March 24, 2026. Any questions, comments?
Motion to
moved.
approve.
We have a
Second.
motion and a second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next item is the approval of expenditures for $11,666,370.57.
Motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve as presented. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee LaRosa.
Aye.
Trustee Bishki.
Aye.
Trustee Madej.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Clare.
Aye.
Trustee Patel.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carries. Next is the liquor license request. We request from Miss Ali Manchizi. Did I pronounce that correctly? Hopefully you're still here. No. Anybody? Am I mispronouncing that?
Montache?
Okay. This is for a Class K liquor license for Target. Oh, okay. Please come forward. You're here to represent Target? Okay. And that's at 1235 East Higgins Road, right? Correct. Okay, it's a new license. Okay, all right. So, just give us your name for the record.
Yeah, my name is Carol Marino, and I'm the store director at the Target Woodfield, right here on Higgins
okay.
Road. Yeah.
All right. So you left the work to come here?
Yes,
Okay.
sure did.
All right. So obviously you're here. Normally we're not this late into the meeting, but so give us just a quick brief as to what you're looking to do there. Obviously we know what Target is. I'm sure we've all been in Target. So,
hope
but
so.
tell us what you're looking to do.
So I think we applied for this license probably a couple years ago, and I just got an email like maybe a couple weeks ago that we had submitted some more paperwork to see if it gets approved now. So it's up to you guys what we are able to do there. But I know
Okay.
it's been several times that we have applied for this license.
And this is beer and wine only.
And alcohol, hard liquor too.
Oh, and hard liquor? Okay. I have to double check that. Okay. And you do sell food there.
We do.
Obviously, so for those that are unaware of that. Okay.
Is this for consumption at the store, or?
No.
This
It's
is for
just to
carry
sell-
out?
just to carry,
This
just to
is
sell.
packaged liquor carry
Yes,
out?
packaged liquor, yeah, to sell it.
Yeah. Okay. Other questions, comments from the board? No? Okay. What you'll need to do is go to the Liquor Commissioner's office, which is also the mayor's office. It's on the 4th floor here during normal business hours.
Okay.
Fill out the paperwork. There's a background check that needs to be done, a fee that needs to be paid, and assuming all that's good, then a license will be issued.
Okay, perfect.
Okay?
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
And you're welcome to stay or go. Thank you. Consent agenda. The consent agenda will be read in its entirety, voted on as one motion to approve. If you wish to discuss an item further, please indicate that when the item is read by the village clerk so that it can be removed from the consent agenda discussed further under committee reports. Otherwise, all items will be approved as presented on consent agenda in one motion. Will the clerk please read the consent agenda?
Number 8, liquor license requests, one-day liquor license requests. A, the motion would be to approve the request from Mr. Andy Murray of Schaumburg Township Elementary School Foundation for one Class D one-day liquor license for the annual golf outing on June 8th, 2026 at the Schaumburg Golf Club located at 401 North Roselle Road and waive the fee. B, the motion would be to approve the request from Ms. Bailey Reiners of Chicago's Leading Edge for one Class D one-day liquor license for the Hangar fundraiser on June 13th, 2025 at Schaumburg Regional Airport located at 905 West Irving Park Road and waive the fee. C, the motion would be to approve the request from Ms. Kaylee Burnitz of the Schaumburg Business Association for one Class D one-day liquor license for the Golf Classic on June 17th, 2026 at the Schaumburg Golf Club located at 401 North Roselle Road and waive the fee. 9, correspondence. The motion would be to approve the request from League of Women Voters of Palatine, Barrington, and Schaumburg areas to hold a raffle on May 2nd, 2026 at Bellinopoli, located at 1540 North Roselle Road, and to waive the fidelity bond requirement. B, the motion would be to approve the request from Schaumburg Business Association to hold a raffle on June 17th, 2026 at Schaumburg Golf Club, located at 401 North Roselle Road, and to waive the fidelity bond requirement. 10, proclamations. A, Bike Month, June 2026. 11, Engineering and Public Works Committee. The motion would be to approve the fiscal year 26-27 vehicle replacement plan in the amount of $2,465,000. B, the motion would be to adopt an ordinance authorizing the disposal of surplus vehicles as listed in the fiscal year 26-27 vehicle replacement schedule. C, the motion would be to authorize participation in the Suburban Purchasing Cooperative Contract and award the purchase of fuel to L. Warren Oil Company, Inc. of Hammond, Indiana, from May 1st, 2026 through July 1st, 2028, contingent upon the cooperative renewing the contract to L. Warren Oil Company. D, the motion would be to approve waiver of competitive bidding and award the purchase of vehicle parts with Trans Chicago Truck Group of Elmhurst, Illinois, not to exceed the budgeted amount. E, the motion would be to award the bid for the salt conveyor replacement project to Kimco USA, Inc. of Marshall, Illinois, for fiscal year 26-27 in an amount not to exceed $598,524.86 and approve the required resolution. F, the motion would be to authorize the village president and village clerk to execute an agreement for the traffic signal enhancements at Roselle Road and Hartford Drive with the Cook County Department of Transportation and Highways and approve the required resolution. G, the motion would be to approve the resolution to utilize motor fuel tax funds in accordance with the Illinois Department of Transportation resolution for maintenance of streets and highways by Schaumburg under the Illinois Highway Code 2026-2027. H, the motion would be to authorize the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement for the 12th year of Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago Infiltration Inflow Control Program for phases 1, 2, and 3 with RJN Group of Wheaton, Illinois, in the amount of $406,572 and approve the required resolution. I, the motion would be to authorize the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement for the 90 North TIF Management Services with Michael Baker International of Chicago, Illinois, in the amount of $447,684 and approve the required resolution. J, the motion would be to approve a resolution eliminating the need for a surety bond requirement for permit work to be performed by the Village of Schaumburg on state-maintained right-of-way. K, the motion would be to award the bid for the 2026 Street Improvement Program, contract number 1, to the lowest responsible bidder, Builders Paving LLC of Hillside, Illinois, in the amount of $3,193,808. Number 12, Health and Human Services. A, the motion would be to adopt an ordinance dissolving Schaumburg Board of Health. 13, Transportation Committee. A, the motion would be to approve an hourly rate increase to $116.54 for MV Transportation for Dial-A-Ride Transportation DART service with a total agreement amount not to exceed $1,901,932.80. B, the motion would be to approve lead lag traffic signal operations on Meacham Road. 14, Planning, Building, and Development Committee. A, the motion would be to approve a contract with Christopher Berg Engineering of Rosemont for interim engineering services in an amount not to exceed $282,828, not to exceed the approved fiscal year 26-27 budget, and approve the required resolution. B, the motion would be to authorize the village manager to execute a 1-year contract extension with TPI Building Code Consultants, Inc. of South Elgin, Illinois, for building inspection and plan review services in an amount not to exceed the approved fiscal year 26-27 budget, and approve the required resolution. C, the motion would be to approve an amendment to the fee schedule pertaining to reinspection fees. 15, resolutions. A, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-26-029, authorizing the village manager to execute a professional services agreement with Christopher Berg Engineering Limited to provide interim staffing for the position of community development engineer. B, the motion would be to adopt Resolution number R-26-030, authorizing the renewal of a professional services agreement with TPI Building Code Consultants, Inc. to perform building inspection and plan review services. C, the motion would be to adopt resolution number R-26-031, authorizing the execution of a real estate purchase and sale agreement for the acquisition of property located at 218 West Schaumburg Road, Schaumburg, Illinois. D, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-26-032 to utilize motor fuel funds in accordance with the Illinois Department of Transportation resolution for maintenance of streets and highways by Schaumburg under the Illinois Highway Code 2627 salt conveyor. E, the motion would be to adopt resolution number R-26-033, authorizing the village president and village clerk to execute an agreement for traffic signal enhancements at Roselle Road and Hartford Drive with the Cook County Department of Transportation and Highways. F, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-26-034, authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement for the 12th year of Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago Infiltration Inflow Control Program for phases 1, 2, and 3 with RJM Group, Inc. G, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-26-035, eliminating the need for a surety bond requirement for permit work to be performed by the Village of Schaumburg on state-maintained right-of-way. H, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-26-036, authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement for 90 North TIF Management Services with Michael Baker International. I, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-26-037 to utilize motor fuel funds in accordance with the Illinois Department of Transportation resolution for maintenance of streets and highways by Schaumburg under the Illinois Highway Code 2026-2027. 16, ordinances. The motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 26-028, amending Title III, Chapter 41, Section 41.01 of the Schaumburg Village Code relative to the village fee schedule. B, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 26-029, authorizing the disposal of surplus personal property owned by the Village of Schaumburg. C, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 26-030, dissolving the Schaumburg Board of Health. This concludes the consent agenda.
Thank you. Look for a motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
So moved.
Approve the consent agenda as presented.
There's a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee LaRosa?
Aye.
Trustee Bischke?
Aye.
Trustee Madej?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Clare?
Aye.
Trustee Patel?
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries. Thank you. Committee reports, we have none before us for this evening. Comments from the public. This is an opportunity to speak before the village board regarding matters that are pertinent towards the village of Schaumburg. We do ask that you give us your name and hold your comments to 3 minutes or less. So, anyone wish to come forward? We see you here. We know you're here. Council report.
The only thing I have this evening, Mayor, is that we do have need for a closed session.
Yes.
To discuss collective bargaining, and the motion to go into closed session will be inclusive of adjournment at the end, so we will not be returning to open session, and no action will be taken thereafter.
Okay. Thank you. President's report. You have one item from me regarding an appointment to the electrical committee. A gentleman by the name of Vincent Morbido. Thank you. So you all had an opportunity to speak with him if you wished. Is there any questions or comments regarding this appointment? I think I still have one more. Yeah, there is one more potentially. So
Move to approve.
Second.
motion and a second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And then I do want to make comment. There was an article in the paper, took the headline of Daily Herald. Some of you were fortunate to be there. I was not, unfortunately. I was home sick. And it was for Harper College on their new, it's a $9.3 million, 9,000 square foot emergency services training center. It's basically a tower for firefighters to train in how to deal with all sorts of things going on in buildings. So this is going to be used by all the communities surrounding the Palatine facility. Somewhere in here, it mentioned each floor has been set up differently, so they had a ribbon cutting for it, and again, I missed it. Let me, if I may, just take a minute here to jump a couple of pages in and see if it says somewhere what the floor, anyway, apparently they run natural gas through the thing, so they actually have flames that they have to go through. Some rooms here apparently resemble apartments, as if they're into a tower with apartments in there. Schaumburg has participated in this, have been wanting this for years, and I'm glad to see this is done, and I know our fire department is extremely excited, as I'm sure all of the other departments are, and I don't see what all the different floors are, but each floor, again, represents something different. Oh, here it is. First floor resembles single-family home. Second floor is an apartment building. And then the third is an open layout warehouse, and the fourth is a high-rise office. So it gives them the ability to train for each one of those, which is really cool. So hopefully none of us will ever experience that, but that is there and allows them to learn how to do that in a real-world environment. I know they try and pick up when a home's being torn down somewhere, they try and see if they can get and use it, but here is something that works out great, so very cool. So that's all I have. Manager's report?
No report tonight.
No report. Okay, trustee comments and mentions. Anyone?
No.
Okay. Don't forget, baseball season starting soon, May 11th. Boomers, that is. Look for a motion to adjourn to executive session in accordance with Section 2, subsection C2 of the Open Meetings Act, collective bargaining, collective negotiating matters between the public body, its employees, or the representatives, or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees.
Motion to adjourn.
There's a motion and a second to adjourn, and we will not be coming back from that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and we are adjourned. Thank you.